Youngling versus Inkling. Mm-hmm.
3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, right off the bat, TPS getting a lot of damage with it. That jab already puts a lot of ink on him, and then he just follows up with the Inkling roller, and he also gets him covered up, and then follows up with a forward air. This might look like a leg check though, because right now they're just like custom buttons. Is it a leg check? Can't entirely tell. I think TPS is trying to leg check. The question's trying to still play. Doesn't really know. Oh boy. Okay. At this point, leg test has gone over 30 seconds, so like in online rules, just so that at this point the game would have to count. But like I don't know honestly if they're enforcing that rule. Oh my goodness, that confirms a bomb was really strong. Setting up for the forwarder. Boomerang there, right there. It's 26% on its own. Just like think about that damage output that Youngling has. Roller catches him in the end like a boomerang, giving TPS the stock with the forward smash. Makes up pressure there with the jab 1-2 from Youngling, and then he just backs away. Really like that stuff. That can create out an option from TPS as well. Yeah, right now, like, question is definitely getting very comfortable with space, and I can tell that TPS is having a bit more trouble getting in now. As a result, he's blowing him out with these projectiles that will cover roller too, so you can't really use that as an aggressive option necessarily. He loses the hitbox, he loses the grab, he loses the shield basically too, because you can use quick out of shield options to throw it off as well. Youngling has like 6 frames to do a nair out of shield. That should definitely deal with it just fine. Alright, the spot bomb trades with the Youngling bomb, which gets some ink on Youngling too, so TPS can actually get in there. So that's a trick, isn't it? If you're having trouble doing that. Good question. To get out of that mostly unscathed. In the ledge situation, comes up with a rising nair, which covers TPS trying to ledge top by rolling behind him. Dash attack goes him through. Oh, I think if he did a turnaround grab, I would have punished that up B. Otherwise, with the dash in, the dash grab out of the extra leg. Question here. If he lands the fire arrow, I think that would have confirmed him to down right there. Yeah. He did that down smash to bait out the spot roller. That's why he did that. It covers the roll in already, but like it's also an aggressive option that makes TPS think he can hard punish it, but he can't. He just fire arrows him away from it. Question. Almost again, I think. Pretty low. TPS has to hold stage position. He can't afford to make a big risk at this point. Has to get the stock first. I need to talk about that. Nice parry to lead him to the grab. Whether it was intentional or not, it really helped him get that frame advantage. TPS, okay. What he can really do to take away the space from Youngling is to just get Youngling into the corner and pressure him there, rather than like constantly aggressing at him and running into these projectiles. That will definitely make it harder for a question to be playing this comfortably. especially with the Lynx, they don't have the best options in Golden, so you could really capitalize off of that. That'll be game 1 going to question catching that dash with the down smash. Almost convincing game. A fresh final stock right there. I think the way that first stock played out was like really important to how that game overall played out too. He got an early stock with only like 30 on him. I see the stage switch is going to go to Kalos in the chat from TPS. It's interesting because the amount of space still allows Youngling to play that same game plan. But if you can make that adjustment that I said about pressuring Youngling to the corner and really staying on him, I think that'll make it a little bit more difficult. But he also has to play out of range of that neutral air as well, because it's still a very fast get off the option that Youngling has. So it's more about pressure zoning, kinda, with Inkling back air. One option I can think of. Alright, good pick up on TPS this part. Ooh! Caught that roll too, so he got a little extra damage, but he wasn't able to cancel quick enough to do a further follow-up. Still, 72% slight lead. And he's playing the patient game right now. Kinda dodging the minefield. Especially getting that grab on landing. Quick shot, very good for grabbing people. Trying to land away a little bit because it's a pedal grab. See how that slap on helps him. Okay, covers that jump from question. There's a back air. TPS isn't really doing what I'm doing, but the game plan he is doing is certainly working. He's playing this hit and run style, where he's consistently, slowly working his way in, without rushing it super hard, and then like getting his damage. Great roller there too. To punish the boomerang angle. And almost a quick stock from question here. Yeah, right now TPS has to dodge all this stuff. Gets caught by the boomerang there. Possibly might be a little bit frustrated about that there. Because that was definitely a habit that he was getting punished for a lot in the first game. And he's certainly worked on it in this game, but still getting called out for it. Doesn't mean the best thing for him. Hit and run, just dodge the projectiles, focusing on the dodging too. Aerial spot roll is doing great with punishing. Question went deep for that, really like that. Inkling has the ability to go that far too with the recovery. But with nothing to defend themselves in front of them, their biggest vulnerability is being hit from the side like that. Oh, paddle roll. Sash? Yes. Gets the stock. Beautiful. Bringing question to their last stock. TPS is doing a surprisingly really good job of dodging these constant projectile setups that Question is fishing for. And I say surprising just because of the environment can be harder to do so. But as a result, he's kind of forcing... They're both playing their respective games, I want to say, right now. That's why we see a bit of a camp fest. The Question was letting TPS play their game, they'd probably be rushing in a little more, honestly. There's that B. No follow-up though, TPS jumping out. Just the right DI too, to avoid getting up here. Oh, that boomerang puts him on the platform, almost ends him. TPS has to make this really low recovery. Both bombs set up on the ledge, I kinda like that idea. Because you can soft drop them like that. And they'll detonate after 3 seconds, if I remember correctly for Young Link. Oh, that could have been scary. The Drake not fair. Question was ready for it. What he could have done there, I can't believe Down Smash just missed all that. That must have no hitbox in the middle, which makes sense for the animation, but... Not the roll away! TPS clutches the game! Nice stuff right there. Yeah. He was landing more of those rollers because he was catching Question in these more nervous moments where he was on the defense. That roller is very good at tech chasing like that, so we'll cover rolls. Brings us to game 3. And I call that super clutch because like you nearly lost that game when Question is about 40%. And he was able to bring it all the way back. And I'm actually a bit surprised that Question's kind of reacting that way to Roar, because he's been so consistent with rolling it out with just shooting a projectile at it, right? I think it's just because of the way that TPS adjusted his Roar usage in the second game, though. Because he was using it way less and trying not to force things with it. He was using it more to punish Question on his opening, where he would miss a projectile and it would just give him a clear shot at Young Link. Now game 3, see how it all comes together. Still looks kind of difficult for TPS in my opinion, because he's just not really punishing in the same way that Question does. So Question gets the information that he needs on how TPS has been dodging and stuff and just punishes his movement more. So he's gonna get these confirms again. He's gonna really build it up. He's already starting to pick it up. He's already got the percent lead to 37% between the two. There's a jab from TPS at 15% and 15%. That's great. As we can see from Question movement, that ain't really not so heavily attacking at all. So far, like, TPS is just already on this percent deficit, so way expecting that too. Adjustment from Question right there. He expected the jump out, so he didn't push for an option right away. Instead, he went back to the ground to follow up on catching the end of his jump animation with the boomerang to set up for the stock tail. Yes. Okay, that grab from the border, push him off though. Just had their back. Yeah. The TPS just hovering outside of that that range. He was able to fade out that up beat from shield. And at that low percent, it would like combo for quite a bit from Question. At the same time, since he was at that high percent, it's very risky to throw out of the corner like that. TPS exploiting that weakness right there pretty nicely. And not letting Question build up with two to lead. So lagless. He shields one and he's able to time another one. Arrow nair. TPS has been playing a lot of this game in the corner. Right now. Gives Question such a big advantage. Having this stage control. Yeah, he's trying to chase after him. At this point where he like really needs to look control. That was 2 wins in neutral. 3 wins in neutral, he's at 82%. Kind of gross. But technically 2 wins in neutral and held it damage after that. That was all it matters there. I think he lost it. Wait for the air dodge. I think that's almost the percent where you could have just up beat up and down tilt, but I don't know if Question knows how to do that. Oh gosh. Yeah. Looking like a non-deal. Captain Nair will finish it off. Question takes a set of his TPS.
Young Lynx win!
And I think what really came down to it was that TPS, well, I think he played really well in the second game. The way he played didn't disrupt Question's game plan. And Question was able to still play comfortably in game 3. I feel like if TPS had really done something about that to like change his playstyle, it might have changed it to a playstyle that could punish more. But that was not the case, and instead Question, the reliable play, gonna take it 2-1.